I approach anything new with a lot of skepticism and questions. And I think the NFT space is full of that, of course, because there's no, as our previous panel said, there's no one resource to go to learn about it. It can feel overwhelming. So I'm not claiming to be an expert or anything. All I'm talking about today is my experience of being a traditional artist working in painting, printmaking, photography, mixed media, and what kind of was the flipping point for me to understand how NFTs are different and valuable, which a lot of people, I think, have a hard time grasping. So what helped me understand it was realizing, thinking about what something that's animated or digital can do that a painting or a photograph or a print cannot do. It can change, it can move, it can, with being attached to the blockchain, you have a sense of, security and provenance and ownership of a piece that you didn't have before. So the fun part, putting the fun, or maybe the dysfunction in NFTs, as I titled this kind of little talk I'm giving, is what can they do again that traditional art can't do, that something static and, printed on your wall or on a piece of canvas can't do. So what was exciting to me is this idea of when you buy in, well, first of all, NFTs can be animated, so it's really, I think the coolest ones are ones that are animated and change and kind of live and breathe as they sit on your screen or in your wallet. And the gamification process of buying NFTs or buying a token is what really excited me as a pop artist, because pop art, we often think of consumer goods, we think of Warhol democratizing everything from Campbell's soup to Coca-Cola. And what's interesting about the NFT world is if I make a series of things, and some are more rare or different than others, everyone is buying in to buy that artwork at the same price to get that token that reveals what kind of art they have. So it's almost like, I say it's almost like, imagine you go to an auction at Sotheby's and you plan to buy art. Everyone has to pay to get into the auction. Let's say everyone's paying $100 to get into the auction. Someone could walk out with a Picasso, and someone could walk out with an art brochure. That's really what's cool about it to me. It's making it accessible at every price point where you decide to buy into that NFT for someone to get something spectacular or rare or extraordinary. And I think it's been bogged down by a lot of overly technical things, and there's been so much phase and craze over how expensive they've gotten and how inflated the market's been. And I say, and a lot of people say, we think it's going to fade in a few years, or it's going to die out, or it's like the dot-com crisis in the early 2000s with the internet. And I say, okay, but where it's important is that, did the internet go away after the dot-com crisis, or did we evolve with it and ask questions about it and figure out how to work with it? I'm thrilled to be here, though, and I thank Opera and Alteon for letting me have this opportunity and this platform to speak. I think it's amazing what Alteon and what they're doing to democratize the process of making an NFT. For me, I never would have been able to do it if I had to build something on the blockchain and create a website. The fact that you have this two-click process is really great, and I think we're going to see a lot more creators bring more creativity to the metaverse with that. Thank you so much.